Hey everyone. Today we're starting something new. It is an interview segment where we interview the Whiskerinas who compete, the women of the facial hair world, just getting to know them a little bit better and find out their way of doing things. Today we are interviewing Natali Johnston, and I finally got it right. I keep saying Johnson
No,
because
it's
I'm a
Johnston.
jerk. And like I did it all through Aaron's interview, and then I did it a couple of times in Scott's, and this time I'm like, Johnston, I got it.
It's okay. It happens a lot. I'm very used to it. I just ignore people from now on.
You just like, okay, well, I'm not friends with you now at this point.
If I unfriended everybody who said my name wrong or spelled my first name wrong, I would have no friends.
So, Natali, nice to see you. The show is called The Whiskerina Ideal, so we can get an idea of the Whiskerinas and what they like to do besides, competing, but also get an idea of like your creative process and everything. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm Natali Johnston. I'm the wife of Aaron, obviously. Producer, Talking Beards. Um, Although all I basically do is sit in the background and yell at them for not for well, mostly yell at Scott to stop talking. Mostly yell at Aaron to stop playing with his little toys. Let's see what else. I just turned 40, so I'm old, or according to Aaron, I'm 40 now. I am a man. So you can call me Nathan now, I guess. Uh, let's see. I don't know what. There's not really too much about me. I'm a very boring person. I have like no excitement going on in my life.
Well, what do you do for fun?
Bearding was fun for me there until COVID hit. Um, I like to paint. I paint a lot. But I can't do abstract painting. It has to be very detailed because I'm too OCD, and if it gets out of the lines, it freaks me out. I'm working on it, but I made a tree the other day. Pretty excited about that. Painted a whole tree.
Oh, nice. Yeah, when I paint, it's with spray paint cans, and we moved to the suburbs, and I see all these walls everywhere I can go paint, but there's the sheriff, the Avondale police, the Goodyear police. Like there's 3 cop cars down the street every 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can't tag anything that way. They would catch you.
They would catch me so fast. And now that I'm like 33, they would definitely catch me. Like I'd try to jump a fence and throw my back out.
Yeah, they could probably have the beard having an eyewitness account. It's the guy with the beard
Yeah.
right here. I found him.
So what drew you to competing?
Um, Whisker Wars actually. Because Aaron was watching Whisker Wars, so I started watching with him. And so he decided to look up if there was any competitions close by. This was 2014, I think. And we went to a Charleston. It was literally like a few weeks later, a Charleston beard competition, the Holy City Beard and Mustache Championships. And we went there in 2014, and Aaron was just like in awe of everybody because he thought he had a really good beard back then. He did not. He has really shitty sides. Um, but it was kind of a reality thing. But two of the categories I saw go on stage was Southern Belle Creative and Southern Belle Realistic, which is Whiskerina. And I saw those women on stage, and I was like, I have a history in theater. I grew up doing a bunch of plays and theater things, so I knew how to sort of apply hair, lay down hair, and do some stunt makeup kind of stuff. So when I saw those girls doing it, I was like, huh, I could do that. However, it took me 2 years from saying that to actually do anything because the following year we went back to Charleston. I just still didn't compete. And it wasn't until the third year, no, after the second year, I found out from somebody that there was another small beard competition in Myrtle Beach coming up in October. So I went, that was my first time I ever competed, was in October. 2016 Myrtle Beach. And I came in second place. And I didn't know this at the time, but that technically was my first freestyle because I was a pirate and I made it, it was a creative one because it wasn't made out of realistic materials, but it was made out of doll hair and wire. And I literally had it doing a bunch of little scoops all the way up and then a scoop in the mustache. And people were just, this is your first competition? Yeah. And you did a freestyle? And I was like, sure. But I got hooked. Once you compete one time.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Back. Yeah.
You get up on stage, you see all the lights, you see all the people, you get clapped for, and you're like, ooh, I like that.
But I don't. That's the worst part. I don't. If you ever see me on stage, I will stand there with my hands behind my back because I don't know what to do with my hands, and my legs are going to be crossed because I'm about to pee on stage, even though I just went 10 seconds backstage. Like, I'm standing on stage, I'm just, like, shaking, and I look like a puppy dog, and I'm horrible at interviews. You stick that microphone in my face, and I'm just going back like this. But I like showing off my artwork, and I consider my facial hair artwork. So I don't know what to do. You have to be on stage.
Yeah. So do you prefer realistic, or there's so many terms for it, like realistic or fantasy is what I usually go for.
I used to like fantasy better because I was told by the women when I was starting that nobody really did realistic. It was really hard to do. And realistics back then were mostly made of yarn. And I don't know how to sew. I'm be honest with you. Nope, can't sew. So I started doing creative beards to begin with because that's what I was told to do. Then one day I got bored and decided that there's 8 girls over here in creative. There's 2 in realistic. Let's see what I could do. And I did well.
So how long does it usually take you to make a beard?
I've gotten it down to an hour to an hour and a half. And that's including freestyling.
Yeah, because like I've seen you do a lot of the freestyles that some of the big names in freestyle do. Mm-hmm. And now to know that you can get it down to like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like, when it takes us like 5-6 hours sometimes just to get it done.
Well, I guess I kind of got lucky in this little community because when I like I said, when I first started, people weren't helping each other. And the freestyler men, they were very secret. There was one guy who would carry around his secret case of what he used to freestyle his beard. By the way, when I found out what was in that box, not that big of a secret. But I would sit backstage and people don't notice me because I'm small and quiet usually. So I would just sit back there and I would watch freestylers freestyle in the back or whatever. And I would pick up hints and clues from them. Mm-hmm. So because I would try to do a freestyle and I would use like cookie cutters or something to get a shape and it wouldn't work for me. But then I was watching, I think it was either Chad or Kylie, one of the two, and they were just free-handing their circles and smoothing it out. And I was like, I could do that. Okay, don't use something to make a shape. Just try to do it with your hands. And then I learned from watching someone else to spray protectant on your hair before freestyling. Like, yes. Even though mine's sometimes it's synthetic, sometimes it's real. When I freestyle with real hair, I sometimes burn that hair. Oops. But synthetic, not so much. But yeah, put protectant in it. Like, I learned a lot of things, so I was able to pick up on little tricks there. So when I finally did it myself, I was like, this is really simple. But that being said, I did try to freestyle once with a beard on my face. And then try to freestyle, and I cannot do that quickly. So
yeah, there's something about I built a stand mm-hmm. that holds my blow dryer, so that way I can use both hands. Because when I first started, I'm like sitting there with a blow dryer, like trying to get all these angles.
It doesn't work very well, does it?
It does not. No. So anytime I see someone and they have like a bunch of flyaways and stuff, I'm like, I got a tip for you. Like, I'm gonna send you a picture or something. Build one of these.
Yeah, my friend has one and it's very useful. I'll just sit here and watch him do this. I'm pretending this is it, by the way. I'm not weird.
So what's your favorite material to use when you're doing a freestyle or when you're
My,
building a beard?
my favorite material to use is loose synthetic hair and a Swiss lace net. A Swiss lace net is basically what they use to make wigs. So the holes are so tiny, it blends right into your face.
Mm-hmm.
And you could easily, I do beards two ways. One is the easy way, as I call it, and one is the not so easy way. Not so easy way takes me weeks. I usually do that with real hair, and it's usually just mustaches, and that's a sew-in. Christine Hackman kind of talked me through how to actually sew in beards. We met back in 2017 at Worlds. She came in, I want to say she came in 7th. I could be wrong. But like me and her became friends after Worlds, and then she started teaching me how to make those kind of beards. Other way I do it is still use a synthetic hair, and I will use like liquid latex and dip my hair in the liquid latex and then attach it to the nails. Because if you give that a little bit, it dries pretty decently quickly. You could freestyle it up quickly and just put it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
But when you use the liquid latex with the synthetic, it might come apart easier than when you sew it in. When you sew it in, that thing can be reused 1,000 times if you want to.
So what's your favorite one that you've done so far, your favorite build?
My favorite beard I have ever made is not a freestyle. It is a tribute beard that I made to my friend Jack back in March of I think it was 2017. It was my first ever perfect score. Me and Jack are about the same height. I actually had his clothes on, and I had recently shaved my head really short so I could be him. And I just walked around and with my glasses on, because we had the same glasses, which was funny. And I just walked around as him all night long. It confused his own friends. It confused Aaron. Like, members of his club came up to me and asked me to do things, and then they would realize it was me and was like, I am so sorry. But yeah, that was my favorite beard I've ever made. It was a simple 4 to 8 inch black beard with like white streaks in it. That was my favorite.
I could definitely see, like, I just have this image in my head of Aaron walking up behind you. I don't know why, but I'm so attracted to you. Me, Natali. Oh, no wonder. Oh, thank
Wrong
God.
person.
I love you.
Oops. Yeah, Aaron won't even kiss me if I'm wearing a beard. It freaks him out. I mean, it is what it is.
So what's the furthest you've traveled for a competition?
Belgium. I think Belgium is further away than England.
I think so.
Yeah. It was a good time. You should have gone. Worlds was great.
Yeah, I was saving up for a baby at that point.
Babies are stupid. God.
They,
I love babies. I have a son.
They just poop and eat and cry, keep you up all night.
Just wait till they become teenagers.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
you thought you knew, you didn't know anything. They will tell you are wrong.
So, do you prefer chocolate or fruity candy?
Chocolate with caramel.
Do you have a specific brand you like?
Caramello's probably my favorite, but anything that has chocolate and caramel, I'll eat. But yeah, caramel is probably my favorite. It's a good winner.
Those are definitely my favorites at Christmas time, the Cadbury eggs that are filled with caramel.
Oh, yes.
But I really like the Cadbury. They're like eggs, but they got a candy coating on the outside of them.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The mini eggs. There's a bag of them next to me over here.
Like, they are dangerous. I could sit there and eat them for hours.
And they come in Christmas balls now. They're
do?
white, green, and red, and they're just little balls instead of eggs. Yes.
Have you tried the dark chocolate ones?
They're okay.
I really enjoyed them, but not as much as the regular.
I didn't like the white chocolate ones as much either.
I try to stay away from white chocolate as much as possible. It's a bastard chocolate in my opinion.
It is a bastard chocolate. But no, the original mini eggs.
So do you prefer beer, wine, or hard liquor?
I don't drink. I'm boring.
No, that's fine. Okay, so
I'm just kidding.
soda, water, or tea?
Water. It
Water.
hydrates you.
It
I drink
does.
so much water. I know it's a boring answer, but people are like, "What do you want to drink?" And I'm like, "Can I have a water?" And they're like, "Okay, water." Yeah, I gotta hydrate.
You go to a restaurant, you like, as a front of house person, you hear, I'll have a water. It's like, you're not going to tip.
Usually, yeah. I used to work in, but usually, however, even though I only drink water, I'm a really good tipper because I used to work in a restaurant where people would be like, "Water." I'm like, "Mm-hmm. I want a water, and we're gonna share this appetizer."
We're going to split everything we order.
And you're getting no tip.
Yeah. Can you just bring out the extra plate so that way you don't charge us a plate splitting fee too?
Just bring out a whole, pitcher for the water. We don't need you to come back.
the
Okay.
least amount that we see you, the least amount we have to tip.
However, these day and ages is probably a good thing. I
Yeah.
don't want to see my server that much. Bring my food and get the hell away.
Well, one thing with tipping right now, like everybody was complaining, like, oh, I want services back. I need to get haircuts. I need to get my brows waxed. My girl waxes brows, and her tips have been garbage.
That's horrible.
And I'm just like, you people wanted your services back, and now you're not willing to pay these people, and you're putting them at risk and danger, especially here with like thousands of cases coming up a day. Like every time she gets home from work, I'm like, you go shower, and then we're going to spray you down with sanitizer, and then you can hold the baby.
Yeah, don't let her hold that baby when she comes home. No.
Dear God, no.
No, I don't understand why it's not that hard to leave a nice, decent tip. This person is going out of their way. They don't have to work right now. They could be getting more not working, sitting on unemployment. But they decided to continue working and are working their butt off for you. You tip those people.
Mm-hmm. So,
Sorry.
how many times have you placed in competitions?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, what's your favorite trophy that you've won then?
Oh, favorite trophy. Okay, I've got some really cool trophies. But I think my favorite trophy is this 6-foot tall trophy I got from Hampton Roads for winning Best in Show. Me and Eddie Kimmerling both won Best in Show because I do a man and a woman. Hampton Roads was kind of like my Achilles heel. I had never placed there before, and it was my third time competing there. I'd gotten 5th place. I'd gotten 4th place. I just wanted 3rd place. I got 1st place in creative, 2nd place in realistic, and then I won Best in Show.
Nice.
So I was like, yes, I did it.
Have you gotten a Sacramento trophy yet?
I've never been to Sacramento. I want to go so bad.
Their competition's a lot of fun, and they hand make these 2.5, 3 foot, like the trophies from when I went, they were like big old wrenches, and like the trophy weighed about 45, 50 pounds.
How would I fly home with that?
It's kind of, I always laugh because I drove to Sacramento, and all my friends were like, no, we flew, and now we had to go to UPS and ship this thing back because we can't put it into any of our stuff.
Yeah, I hope to. I was planning on going this year because I hear that it's not really a big turnout, but the venue's amazing and like it's just a great time.
Yeah, when I went, it was the Auto Museum.
Yeah, that's what Amarta was saying. It's usually at that Auto Museum.
Yeah, but well, before I started competing, they did it at the Railroad Museum.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a bunch of trains and old railroad ties and stuff like that. And then they switched it to the auto show. But it was my first time doing freestyle, and I put a wind chime in my beard. So I'm just like, I did not want to move. I sat, thank God John Banks was there, because I just sat with him all day just about. And I'm just like, I don't want to move. I can't move. Like I had it hanging like it was all made out of copper. So I
Oh
had it
my
hanging
God.
by hooks into my beard. On top of that, I also had I had to use thread to loop it around my ears just to relieve some of the stress. I had cut marks
I
on my
imagine.
ears from like I will never do a freestyle like that ever again. Because I'm walking around with like an 8-pound piece of metal in my
Yeah,
beard.
don't do that. You could have ripped your whole beard out.
Oh, I took out a considerable amount of hair pulling out the hooks because it had like 5 hooks on it. So
You're hurting me right now, Dylan. You're
I
hurting
won't
me.
I won't do that one ever again. I still have the wind chime. I might put it up one day and be like, every time I pass by it, you.
Fuck you, wind chime. That's how Aaron feels about wind chimes, so don't feel bad. I have a bunch of wind chimes, and he makes me hang them up in corners inside our house where they cannot move.
You should just put one right above the bed one morning. Like you had a big old fight, put one right above the bed, turn on the ceiling fan.
Aaron and I don't fight. I know.
Even better, like it'll keep
Makes
him
even better.
it'll keep him from actually fighting you or fighting with you anymore. It's like, oh, we had a really bad fight last night. You know how Aaron is. He's gonna feel bad about it.
Right, but if I just do it out of nowhere.
And then out of no, if you do out of nowhere, you might cause a fight.
So I'm divorced now. Aaron has left me.
But I have all my wind chimes out, so win-win.
Right? So that's a win. It's gonna kill me.
So
Yeah.
where do you see the competitive facial hair scene going in the next few years?
I hope it picks up and starts getting bigger. I kind of feel like there for a while last year that the bearding scene was getting too overpopulated with comps, I guess. Like there would be like 4 or 5 comps every weekend. And there's no way you could do that. And then COVID pretty much put a stop to it, minus all of these online comps, which is cool and all. But what I missed about most going to comps was hanging out with people. I don't
Right.
really care about winning. I mean, don't get me wrong, getting a trophy is freaking awesome. But I go to hang out with people and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, with COVID happening, makes me not really. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't really want to compete. I've lost my desire. So I hope coming in the next 5 years that the influx will happen again, and there'll be not necessarily all the comps there was again last year, but it'll go back to where there was like a few set big deal ones that you make sure you go to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because like with there being so many comps split up on the same weekend, like it just thins out what the charity can get, and because people aren't going to travel every weekend. Now, last year I did travel pretty much every weekend to go
Yeah.
to a comp.
Every time I would open my Facebook on a Friday or Thursday, it's like, oh, Aaron and Natali are going somewhere. Lucky bastards.
Lucky bastards. But it gets expensive.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I would feel bad. Okay, yes, I went to this comp here, but I didn't go to this one. I'm sorry I didn't support you. But you can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
However, this being said, with people not having to travel to go to comps right now, y'all should all support the online comps, even if you don't compete. Toss them $20 here or there. Like, help people out. Because
Yeah.
you're not spending $40 on an Uber and $200 on alcohol, $200 on a hotel. I don't know if 200 is real on alcohol. I'm just going with that.
I've done worse in alcohol in Austin, definitely.
A lot of people have. So I hope it grows and gets. I like the community aspect of it. I know I'm just going on a rant. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. That's what this is for. To express yourself, to get to know you better. So, I got some would you rather questions.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
anyone but myself. I don't really want to know what I'm going to be doing in 10 minutes because I guarantee it's probably what I'm doing right now. So that's boring. But if I can see what someone else is going to be doing in 10 minutes, that's pretty cool. I can like predict the future, and possibly 10 minutes can save a person's life. So there we go with that.
Or help them win the lottery, or...
Wow, you're really greedy there. I just wanted to save their life. You want them to win the lottery. Come on now.
I mean, some people may need the lottery to save their lives. What if they're like deep into debt with the mafia?
I guess we got to bail them out then.
I'm stretching at this point. I'm going to be honest. I am reaching. You put me in a corner, so I'm reaching for straws.
Maybe they need money from the mafia, okay?
You don't know their life, but you do know their life because you can see 10 minutes ahead of their
exactly. So I do know their life, and they do not deserve that money. I saw what they did.
They had to do something to owe the mafia money, right?
You would think so, yeah.
They just start randomly going up to people like, you owe us $200. Why? Because I said so. Oh, shit, I better pay.
Well, the mob said so. Here you go. I didn't do anything. Sorry.
So would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself but have the job be incredibly hard?
Work for myself, but let the job be incredibly hard. I feel like if you're doing an easy job, it's not fun and it's boring because it's so easy, there's no challenge to it. So I think, yeah, work for myself, but have it be a hard job because then I know all the work I put in is good.
All right. Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
I want to cure a deadly disease. See, I'm all about helping people. What is wrong with me?
Which one would you want to cure?
I would definitely want to cure polycystic kidney disorder. Anything involving cysts in the body. How about that?
Okay.
Polycystic kidney disorder, polycystic kidney. Yeah, cure all the cysts. I will assist with your cyst.
Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now or know everything your future self will learn?
Now, with me going back to 5, can I change the past? Knowing what I know now. Or do I have to go and relive it the same way?
No. You know everything you know now, so you can change what you want.
Okay. Well, then I would go back to being 5 and change a lot. Bye, Aaron.
Bye, Aaron. Hello, wind chimes.
Hello, wind chimes.
So would you rather be able to control animals but not humans with your mind or control electronics with your mind?
We're getting some Terminator bullshit up in here now. You know what? I would say I would like to control animals with my mind and not like technology kind of stuff and robots because I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies and those robots always turn on you and shit don't get good. See, I can't even talk now. It messed me up so much. Shit don't get good. Shit doesn't go well when you have robots doing things. So I'm going to just say I'm going to control animals.
All right. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants?
That's a good one. I want all the unlimited first class tickets. International. Because I like to travel a lot. And I don't really care about food. I'm not a foodie.
All right. Well, the last question. Do you have a joke you can tell us?
Crap! Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange! Wait. I did it wrong! Let's try this again! That's not gonna work. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo. Boo.
Boo-hoo.
My jokes are so bad, you're crying. Yep, I'm good. Um, is this going to come out before the Portland comp?
Yeah, I'm gonna post this today.
Okay, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, one, support the Portland Beardsman comp this weekend. Two, I'm actually a raffle ticket. Yeah, I'm a raffle ticket to where
I
I will
saw
either
that.
teach. Yeah, I will either teach you how to make a realistic beard, or to freestyle, or both. Actually, I told them I would give them an hour's worth of time, but whoever wins it, I will give them as much time as they really need. Because
Depending on how much you like them.
right, so Dylan Scott gets like nothing, but like, but Nate Johnston can have like 2 hours because he really needs my help.
He does the same freestyle every time, that loop.
He looks so good though, but
It does. It's always so on point. He's got the color differentiation in it.
he looks so good. And he's my twin. I don't know if you know that. I'm Nat Johnston. He's Nate Johnson. We just kind of mixed it up.
Yeah, didn't you do a tribute to him as well?
I have never done a Nate Johnson tribute. I've thought about it, but I never actually came out and did it.
That
I
might
haven't
be a good one to do.
I haven't done tributes in a really long time. I think honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last tribute I had was when I was in Credibeard, when I was Isaiah in Austin, and I did the Ramen Bowl afterwards.
I remember that one, definitely.
But yeah, I really don't do it that much anymore. But I have a list of people that if I start doing tributes again, I would like to, because I like saying things. And most of those people do freestyles because it's more interesting. I'm sorry.
Well, Natalie, thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Did I go as long as Scott?
No, you did not.
Okay, well, you're welcome.
Hey, it'll more than likely get more views because of that. Everyone sees it like 50 minutes. Like, I don't have all day. I opened a can of soup. I have to go eat that.
Well, I appreciate you asking me to be on it. I'm sorry if this was the worst interview you've had so far, but I'm not an entertaining person. I'm sorry.
It's the first, so it's both the best and the worst simultaneously.
I win. Well, thank
All
you.
right, well, I'll let you get back to
Sitting on the couch.
sitting on the couch, eating bonbons, and watching Whisker Wars.
Thank you.
You have a good
Sure.
one.
You too. Bye.
All right, so that was Natali Johnston. Great girl, great woman. She does a lot for the community. She travels all over the place and judges, helps people out. Like she said, during the Portland Beard Comp, they're going to be raffling off an hour or so tutorial with her on how to do freestyles and build a beard, stuff like that. This was the Whiskerina Ideal, and thank you very much for watching. If you like it, like and subscribe below, and have a good one.